Dollar stores are flashing an ominous warning as they give a true indication into the finances of the American people, and it is not looking good. I have all the details and the full breakdown for you here in the video. Let's get into it and talk about what's going on. First off, can I ask a huge favor of you? If you haven't done so, please make sure to like the video with the big thumbs up button right down below. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Also, if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe to the channel as well with the big subscribe button down below. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Free, by the way. This isn't a dollar store. I'm not going to charge you $1.25, 100% free. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. And let's talk about the details. All right. So let's think about dollar stores for just a second. Who shops at dollar stores? Well, all of us do for the most part, I would anticipate, but it's mostly lower income individuals. In fact, the target market for a dollar store is generally those people with an income between $30,000 and $45,000 a year, or those individuals who have an income significantly less than that. That is generally the target market for dollar stores, except during times of economic contraction or economic recession, then we continue to see a larger percentage of the population that go to dollar stores because obviously it's $1 or $1.25 these days, right? So you can get a lot of things at the dollar store. However, when we see times like this, when big name dollar stores continue to come out and find that, wait, we're not selling as much. Our revenues are down. Our profits are down. What is going on? Well, guess what? People are not shopping at dollar stores nearly to the capacity that they once did. And if they are, they're not buying nearly as much. Now, does that mean that people are loaded with cash and they're going to these high-end or these high-end retailers and buying expensive items? No, they're not happening there either. What this is finding is that people are literally squeezed right now. Nobody has any money. So if there's no money to be had, it's not going anywhere. It's not going to the high-end retailers. It's not going to the middle of the road retailers. And it's not even going to the dollar stores. People are literally contracting because they've got nothing anymore, right? This is a really, really bad sign. Usually during the start of an economic downturn or an economic recession or economic contraction, whatever we want to call it, this is typically where we see the shift into dollar stores, right? People start shopping and being very more conscious of their spending and what they're buying, things like that. And that's where dollar stores usually see pretty good. A lot of revenue coming in, a lot of sales, a lot of extra foot traffic, things like this. That's really good for dollar stores. But when we get to the point where they start drying up as well, as in sales at dollar stores are also starting to dry up quite a bit, this is where we see the major problems coming in, because that shows consumers are tapped out. We've got nothing left, right? It's crazy to see what's going on here. Because people all across the board, whether it's low income, fixed income, middle class, medium income, upper class, high income, whatever it happens to be, doesn't really matter. We are seeing the economic picture and the finances of the American people squeezed on every angle. It's kind of interesting to see this whole thing play out. Now, a lot of this could be contributed to a lot of different things. Rapidly rising prices, and again, I know I sound like a broken record right now because I've said this so many times over the last, 2.5 years or 3 years now that we've been dealing with this high inflation, but that's literally what happened, is that a couple years ago, when inflation was going up very, very rapidly, basically in the mid part of 2021 through the mid part of 2022, and basically up until just like about a year ago when prices were still rising rapidly, is what happened is that prices were rising so incredibly fast that it jacked up prices on everything. And then what happened? Basically, inflation started to slow. In other words, prices did not come down, but rather prices stopped rising as rapidly as they were. So at the same time, we've seen the prices are just holding elevated. So prices are still very, very elevated right now. Does not mean because of inflation saying, oh, inflation came down. No, that does not mean that prices came down. It simply means that prices did not rise as rapidly as they did on either a month over a month or a year over year basis. That's it. So prices are still very elevated. And guess what also has not happened during that time? Incomes have not gone up to keep pace or to basically run parity with price increases. So therefore, people are still operating with the small incomes that we've had over the last however many years. Incomes have only gone up marginally, 2, maybe 3, maybe 5% for some lucky people out there. Incomes have not kept up, but yet prices have accelerated rapidly, about 20% in the last couple of years. That's averaged out, by the way. I have another video here for you that it's nuts. I break down all the details of different prices that have gone up as far as like utilities and gas and clothes and food and shelter and all these different things. It's nuts. Averaged out across the board on everything, prices have gone up about 20%, give or take a little bit. Actually, to be fair, it's about 22%, but about 22% in the last, call it 3.5 years or so. That's just averaged out. But some things like utilities, for example, are up 48%. That's nuts. That's just one of them out there, by the way. Shelter is up massively as well. Food is up like, 22 or something like that, 22.7%. It's nuts, okay? This is just averaged out. So this is really showing the squeeze on the people, and not a good situation, okay? So a lot of this could be pointing the finger toward, this high inflation, which obviously, yes, we knew that because they printed about $6 trillion over the course of one year's time, basically 2020 through early 2021. They printed $6 trillion. It's a lot of money going into the system, chasing too few goods and services. Therefore, we have inflation. That's just what happens, okay? But the situation we're having now is that not only on top of this, the Federal Reserve has jacked up interest rates. Well, okay, obviously that picture is changing a little bit right now, but rates are still very, very high. So any disposable income, or basically any income that somebody has, is being used for necessities, food and shelter and clothing and utilities and gas and medical and those things like that, the necessities that people are buying. But at the same time, when the interest rates have gone up so substantially over the last couple of years, this is also showing that if anybody's floating any type of debt on a credit card or anything like that, obviously credit cards are not like the best option to float a balance because interest rates are so incredibly high, like 22 to 24% right now is where rates are sitting. But if somebody's floating a balance on anything, a credit card right now, for example, that interest on that debt on that card is being racked up very, very fast. So any little bit of money that somebody may have possibly had after paying for all the necessities, if they even had any in the first place at all, now they have to pay all that basically in the form of interest to a credit card or essentially a bank, right? Not a good situation. The formula that is playing out right now is just not working. It is not working for the people, and the vast majority of people are really struggling. And again, we're starting to see this. We are seeing this across dollar stores. That's not a good sign. When we're seeing dollar stores that are even struggling as well, what that is showing is that the American consumer, we, the people, are really, really cutting back on our consuming. We're cutting back on our spending because if you don't have it, you can't spend it, right? This is literally what it comes down to. And a lot of us who are very conscious about finances and things like that, we know better than to say, I don't have any right now, but I'm going to go rack up $1,000 on a credit card. Yeah, bad idea. Not a good idea, right? I mean, do what you got to do for yourself. I'm not advising that whatsoever. I am not endorsing that, but I'm saying I would definitely not do that, right? If the money's not there and it's not coming anytime soon, racking up some money on a credit card would not be something that I would recommend ever. Bad idea, because you're going to be paying for that sucker for a long time, and it's going to cost you significantly more because the interest rates are so incredibly high. So again, another warning sign here. And again, I don't want to be some doomsdayer. I don't want to sit here and, well, look out, the sky's falling. No, I don't want to do that at all. But at the end of the day, we need to be realists, okay? There's a lot of things that are happening right now, especially the current environment with everything happening. It's very easy to look at, the talking heads out there, the people that we look at that should be authority, who are saying, oh, look, the economy's so good. This is the best economy we've had in decades, ever. The best economy in the history of the world. No, it's not. This is crap. This is crap. I don't care who you're talking to. I don't care who it is. This is bad. This is really bad. I haven't seen this kind of struggle in years. By the way, if you ever want to see a real struggle, read through the comment section on literally any of my videos here on the channel over the last 3 years, and you'll see the struggle down below. It's not that hard to figure out. You'll see it here on this video. I guarantee you there will be comments coming on this video alone that point out, yep, paid, I don't know, just whatever. Just I have 13 cents left in my bank account, or I don't know. You see all kinds of comments. The struggle right now is very real for a lot of people, and unfortunately, we don't know when this is going to get better, okay? Which is, by the way, I've said this before in other videos. I'm going to say it again really quickly, and this may not be a popular thing to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. A recession right now would be a blessing. Let's just say that much, okay? It would be a good thing. We want a recession right now, okay? I know a lot of people are saying, oh no, please don't bring us a recession. I'm saying, please bring us a recession, please. Just do it already. Give us a good recession. Give us a good old whacking. Please bring it on already. This is what we need. Why? It's going to bring prices down. It's going to bring prices down substantially. Why? Because when a recession hits, even though we're right here right now and people are struggling financially, it's kind of like still this illusion out there, right? A lot of people are like, well, they haven't confirmed the economy is breaking down yet. But as soon as you hear the local news and everybody's saying, oh, the sky's falling and the economy is breaking down and major recession, as soon as they officially announce a recession, what do people do? They say, okay, we're going to hunker down. Let's hide everybody. Let's stop spending money. Let's eat pizza all weekend. I don't know. Okay, but you get my point here, right? We stop spending money. We stop doing different things. That's good. That brings prices down. The way that it brings prices down is simple supply and demand. When the demand is not there and there's equal supply, prices must come down. Simple economics, right? So that's all it comes down to, is that if we were to get a good old whacking, a good old recession, get this economy nice and good, it would be a good thing. It would bring these prices back down, and then we'd be right back to where we need to be, okay? I'm not saying we need to go through some long, drawn-out, 10 or 12 or 14-month recession. I'm not saying that at all. It can be very quick, a few months, 3, 4, 5 months, that's it. Do it real good, give it a good old whacking, the economy, take her down, and then that's it. It will be fine. Everything will be totally fine. It'll be better at the end of the day. Right now, this is not sustainable. Do you think it's sustainable? If you think this is sustainable, then let me know what you're doing, because you are certainly doing something different than everybody else. The vast majority of people out there are saying this is effed up. This is not sustainable, okay? I think we'd all probably agree with that, right? This is not cool. We've been dealing with this for too long. We've been struggling for too long. We just want this to be over already, right? And that's exactly what a recession would do. A recession would wash all this crap out so we can get back on our lives and live again with, less inflation. Prices would come down. It'd be easier to buy things again, right? Prices would be forced to go down in the event of a recession. It would be a good thing for all of us. So anyway, hope this helps you. Please, again, like the video down below, thumbs up button. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Otherwise, subscribe down below as well. Totally free to do so. Always has been, always will be. I'm not going to charge you anything. I can't even do that. I wouldn't anyway. It's always been free to do so. So again, thank you so much. Subscribe, 100% free to do so. Otherwise, check out the other videos here on the channel. Again, always free to do so. Free videos everywhere. Nearly 5,000 in the video library. Otherwise, right down below in the description or the top of the comment section, I have hand-selected some very popular videos for you there. Check those out. Otherwise, right now showing up on your screen as well, you'll see some videos there. Thank you so much. Check one of those out, and I'll see you again in just a minute in the next video. Enjoy your day.